So, hello friends. Today, Alan with us. I already made one video on Alan about his GPAT, and he got five. Your rank was five in GPAT, Alan, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he joined medicinal chemistry department in IIT BHU. And recently, Alan got PhD position in Ghent University in Belgium. So we will ask him how was this process for him. So first I will start from Alan, that how you made your mind that you will go for a PhD in foreign.
Yes, sir. So actually, during my second year of masters in M.Pharm, I got this opportunity to go to foreign. So I got an internship. It was called HPC Europa Fellowship. So my supervisor, Dr. Rajani, she helped me to get this fellowship.
Okay.
And through that fellowship, I was able to go to Finland in University of Turku, where I was able to work on a research project for 2 months. So
Okay.
before going there, I was not aware about the situation outside, how the research, how the kind of research those people are doing outside. So I
Okay.
was initially planning to do my PhD in India only. So later, after I went there, I got to understand the level of research that they are doing, the kind of infrastructure that they are having. So then I decided, okay, it's better to do a PhD. If I'm doing a PhD, it would be better to do abroad. So then later I came back. Then that's when I decided that I will do my PhD abroad.
Okay. So first I will start from the research internship you told me. What was the name of that
Yes.
internship?
So it was called, the fellowship was called HPC Europa. So it is the HPC. Yeah, it stands for High Performance Computing. So my research, even though I'm in medicinal chemistry field, I was more inclined towards the computational part. So I was more into molecular dynamics simulation, basically theoretical biophysics. It was.
So it gave you
So
it gives you some kind of scholarship.
yeah.
How much scholarship for like 2 months when you work there?
Yeah. Yeah, so they basically take, it's not a fixed amount. So they'll cover all the expenses, like our visa expenses, our flight expenses, our daily like daily expense for eating, and the rent that we have to pay there. All the expenses will be covered by them. So it's not a fixed. It varies from person to person. Like for example, if a person coming from America, it's different. If for a person from India, it's different. So it varies from person to person, but they will cover almost all the expenses.
So if your junior want to apply this fellowship, so is there any duration, means when they came out, this kind of fellowship?
This particular fellowship ended last year, so it was the last. So it was there for 3 years. It started in 2019, I think. So 2019, 20, 21, yeah, till 21 and 22. Almost 4 years this fellowship was there, and it ended last year. So
Okay.
unfortunately, I don't think so. They would be, my juniors or anyone would be able to apply for this particular fellowship. But one thing that I can say is that there are so many other fellowships. Like for example, when I went to Finland in University of Turku, there were so many other students coming from different countries on different many other fellowships, like Erasmus exchange fellowships, like that. So this particular fellowship, I don't think so anyone can apply it further. But if you search, if you work hard, I think there are many opportunities. So.
Now I will move back to about your PhD position you got in Belgium. So how you applied for Belgium? They required any kind of like IELTS examination or GRE examination, or you just directly contact some supervisor, or you randomly contacted supervisor? How you approached?
My particular aim was not only Belgium, so I was planning to apply in almost all the places in Europe. So I have applied almost all places in Europe, starting from Finland, Norway, Sweden, Italy, Germany, all those places. So among that, one place was Belgium. So I plan to apply in Europe specifically because one of the main reasons is that in Europe, most of these countries, they have their own language. Like for example, in Belgium, they speak Dutch and French. So English is not their first language. So when we apply to those countries, we do not require any English test or anything of that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one advantage of applying to Belgium or most of the European countries except for the UK. that it is not mandatory to have an IELTS or JRE or TOEFL. So in my case, I was not having IELTS or TOEFL or JRE or any of those tests. I just applied to the. So most of the universities, they'll advertise the PhD positions. Whenever they're having the PhD position, they'll advertise in their own websites, the university websites, and from there, in individual professors, they can also advertise in other websites. There are many other websites, like for example, uraccess.com, scholarshipdb.net. So these are the websites which advertise all the PhD positions which are available, especially in Europe. So if we follow those websites, we'll get the PhD positions which are currently available in our domain of interest. Then the application process is very simple actually. So the email ID of the professor would be given. So we have to send him a motivation letter, a cover letter, or along with our transcripts and our research background, explaining the projects that we have worked on and the publications that we had before. Some universities, they have a particular portal. Like in India, we have a portal through which we will upload all our documents and give all the names and mark sheets and all. So it's kind of similar to that as well.
Some kind of interview happened, or how you got selected means by that?
Yeah, so there was interview. So initially there was almost 3 rounds of interview. So initially they will go through all the applications. After that, they will contact those people who have some kind of research experience or skill which is suitable for that particular PhD project. And from those people, they'll give invitation for interview. The first round of interview. In the first round of interview, they won't ask much questions or theory or practical based questions. It's basically like a one-to-one conversation, just to get to each other. There will be the main supervisor would be there, along with him. Some of the lab PhD students or postdoc students would be there. Then they will just interact with you. They will just go through your CV and ask you some questions regarding your background or research experience. This is the first round. After the first round, usually in the second round, they will ask us to prepare a presentation. Mostly, it is likely to be the project that we have worked on. In my case, it was my master's thesis, which I have done. So I made a short presentation on that, and I presented it to the main supervisor. Along with him, two other faculty were also there, and some postdoc students were also there. So at that time, they'll ask questions regarding the project that we have worked on. All the theoretical aspects and the practical aspect, they'll ask all the questions. And if we get selected in that, then there will be most likely one more interview with the PI where he will explain the working conditions, the funding process of the PhD and all. And basically that's it. Almost 2 rounds of interview is mandatory. Yeah.
So next question regarding scholarship. This scholarship your institute will provide, or your PI will provide from his own project?
Yeah, it's in my case, the PI is providing me the funding.
Okay. So they made any kind of like contract. Okay, we will see your 1 year work, how you will perform. If you will perform good, then we will continue your visa kind of thing, or your scholarship.
No, mine is like for 4 years. So I have funding for 4 years. So I have to finish my PhD within 4 years.
If you got again chance to take admission in any of the pharma subject, which subject will you prefer? Pharmaceutics, ecology, chemistry, prognosis? So what do you think? Which subject has
I
more
will choose chemistry.
opportunity? Okay. So you think that chemistry has more opportunity in foreign compared to other branches?
Yeah, based on what I have seen in the entire pharma background, this is very personal opinion. I think only ecology and chemistry are the main pillar subjects.
Yes.
Like
Actually,
other physics and cognosy, I don't think so. They are a branch of science or something.
Yeah.
Chemistry, we can say, yeah, it's a branch of science. Or ecology, we can say, okay, it's part of life science. But other fields, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
In outside also, yeah.
Yeah, recently I made
Yes,
video on that. I said like chemistry and ecology is basic science, and you will get
yes,
so many universities and faculty outside the countries, and you have more chances of getting postdocs or PhD and that kind of thing. So I agree with
if
the
a person is well Yeah. If a person is well suited in chemistry, he can definitely work in cognosy, because cognosy is also part of like natural product chemistry, and all you can work in
Yeah.
cognosy. Suitix, if you want to do good suitix, also your basic chemistry should be fine. So
Okay, so next again on scholarship, that I know many of my friend did PhD from Europe. They got scholarship around 2,400 euro to 2,800 euro. Is it still same or they increased this amount?
my PA is giving me the scholarship, so some amount of that in Belgium it will go as a tax. So
Okay,
after tax, in my hand I would get around 2,400 euros still.
yeah, yeah.
And the thing with Belgium and some of the European countries is that the scholarship amount that we are getting is tied to the
Mhm.
inflation rate. So it is likely to increase every year, not by very large amount, but by a smaller.
Okay. And regarding your visa, we came to your visa. Is it easy to get visa or take time like 5 months, 6 months, or 1 year?
No, no. I think in European countries, especially with countries like Belgium and all, it should not take so much time. If all the documents are ready and all the documents are proper, it would not take so much time. It would not take more than 1 month.
Okay. So now you are in process of your visa, getting visa. So
Yeah,
your PI contacted you to search on this topic, like works, little bit of work.
yeah, yeah. So he had sent me two papers, from his lab only.
Okay.
So he asked me to go through the paper. So initially, after he selected me, he gave me a short presentation regarding the work which he has been doing and the work which he likes me to do, likes me to pursue during the PhD process. And he sent me a few papers, and he asked me to read through them. So luckily for me, the work which I was doing in my masters was kind of similar to the work which I will be doing in my PhD. I mean, the basic techniques are almost the same. We are still using the advanced level of MD simulations and all. So
Nice to hear all this thing, Alan, from you, and congratulations to you for getting the PhD position in foreign. So this was all from my side. If you give any suggestion to your junior, do you want to give or not? It's up to you. So do you have any
I mean,
suggestion?
yeah, I can just share my experience. Like, so I'm not sure all of them would be eager to join research. If you are not interested in doing research, then my suggestion is please don't go for that. But if you are interested in research, if you are interested in contributing something to the scientific community, then definitely it would be a great opportunity. And try to, if at all you are going for PhD, then try to go abroad. At least try for that. There are so many opportunities based on my experience. I have applied to almost close to 30 to 40 universities around the world, and yeah, so many opportunities are there, that I can assure. So if you try, then if you get, then it would be better than compared to doing PhD in India. I'm not saying India is bad. In
Mhm.
India also we have good institutes like ISC, ISIS and all.
Mhm.
But compared to that, if you do a PhD, I think Sir can tell. Sir has done his postdoc. Deepak Sir has done his postdoc abroad, so he can tell. So uh, the infrastructure that we get abroad would be better compared to that would be in India. Of
Yeah.
course, the financial part is also a positive side if you see abroad. So my only suggestion is, if you want to do PhD abroad, then definitely it's a good opportunity. So, and please, if you don't like to do research, please don't come to this field. That's my
Okay.
only suggestion.
And
And I
okay.
would like to also thank Deepak sir. He was my teacher. He taught me chemistry in my first year. Also, my supervisor, who also helped me, Dr. Rajani, she also helped me through the entire process. It's right for me to mention his name as well when I'm talking about this.
Okay. So yeah, Alan, now regarding fun side, I will ask one question. So when I first
Yes.
contacted you, when I first talked to you, you were interested in IAS. So
Yes.
suddenly, how you
Yeah.
changed your mind from IAS to science field?
Yeah. So, like I said, uh, when I joined M.Pharm, my first aim was to go for IAS or something, join civil service. Then later it changed. It changed to somehow getting a job. There were some personal reasons behind that.
Okay.
Later that some some how to say, some issues happened in my life which changed certain things. So that
Okay.
it's completely changed the dynamics of my life, I can say. So later I got this opportunity to go Finland to get to know things up closer, how the actual research works in the world. So later I developed this interest, and yeah, that's how it changed for me.
So do you think like after BPharm it is too early to decide your career?
It can change anytime. It can change even after you go for even after you go to a industry. There are some of my friends who are in my batchmates who went to industry. Now they are telling they want to come back to research and academia.
Yeah.
So it can change anytime. So
Yeah.
I don't think so. Any stage, or after BPharm, after M.Pharm, maybe after PhD also I might change my mind. We can't say anything. So
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. So thank you, Alan. Thank you for nice this conversation. Thanks, thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for having me here.
Take care and have a great future ahead.